So welcome to a 7 days performance video. Today we're going to be showing you how we fitted this full CT carbon exterior kit to this BMW M3 Touring. So keep watching the video if you want to see how it is done. But first, I'm going to show you what is live on the website right now. So, of course, we have got the M3 Touring for just 79p. This has had the CT carbon kit fitted to it. So like I said before, we will be showing you how it was done. Beside me, we've also got the Ferrari 488 GTB for just £1.25 in the Rosso Corsa Red. Definitely one of the best, of course, for a Ferrari. And then alongside are our free motorbikes. The electric Sur-Ron for just 99p. And then we've also got a Yamaha R1 79p and the Suzuki GSX-R 1000 for also 79p. And finally, in case you didn't know, our Wednesday car, the Audi RS3, has just been drawn. So as its replacement, we have got this Mercedes C63 AMG that has just launched on the website. So these are live on the website. Be sure to check them all out at 7daysperformance.co.uk and hopefully you will be one of our winners.
So today we're going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how to fit a full CT carbon kit to a G81 M3 Touring. This one's finished in Daytona Violet Purple. Looks incredible already. It's the performance pack, so it's already got some carbon on it. We're going to add to that with a full CT carbon kit. We've already had it lowered and spaced, so it looks better already than what it did when it was stock. So let's get on with it. So first of all, you need to pop the bonnet so you've got access to the top part to remove the front bumper. Then we need to jack the car up so we can remove the front wheels and remove the arch liners. So we'll get on with that now. Right, so I've got my impact gun ready, got a 17mm socket, got the lock and wheel nut key on there also. We're now going to remove the wheel, so all we do for that is put the drill on the wheel nuts, make sure that your drill's in reverse, pull the trigger, and out they come. Repeat this process on the other side for the other front wheel, and then you've got both front wheels off already. So now you've got the front wheels off, we then get a trim tool with a slight little hook in the end of it. So we slide the trim tool between there, slide that bit up, remove the centre piece, then remove the lower part and just repeat the process all the way along. So now we've got all the fixings out, just simply lift it up, remove it and place it to one side, and then you've got access to all of the bumper screws along the top here, which we're now going to remove. So these screws in the top that hold the bumper on, they're a T30, so we've got a T30 bit in their impact driver. Make sure the drill's in reverse. Just undo all of them. Repeat the process again until they've all removed. Right, so now we've removed the wheels. We're going to take the arch liner out because having done a few of these, it makes it a lot easier if you remove the arch liner to get the last bumper bolt, which is up behind the arch liner in here, rather than trying to flex the arch liner around and reach in and do it by hand. If you remove the arch liner, you can do it with a drill, which makes your life much easier. So we'll go ahead and remove all the screws for the arch liner now, and then we'll get the arch liner out. These are all 10mm nuts, so got a 10mm bit on my drill. Just buzz all the screws out. So now all the screws are removed. We have to pull this bottom part forward. We have to give the arch liner a bit of a pull into the arch so it comes away from the bumper. Sometimes you have to give the bumper a little flex. And then roll the arch liner around and out it comes. So we now move to the other side and all you have to do is simply repeat the process. Again, remove all the screws, pop the arch liner straight out. So we've got some screws underneath that we need to remove. We're going to remove those all the way around the bumper. So we've got one here, one in this slight corner trim. And then a few along the front and then the same on the other side. Okay, so we're now in the wheel arch, ready to remove the two hidden screws which were hidden behind the arch liner. This is the reason why we removed the arch liner. We'll now show you the easiest way to get these out. This one, and then there's one there and one up behind there as well. Using a swivel attachment on the drill with an extension bar and an 8mm socket on there, because you can't really get the drill in to get the correct angle to get these two screws out. So whilst we're here, we're going to remove the wire for the parking sensors as well. As you pop that little grey tab out, give it a squeeze from the other side, and that's it removed. So on this side, we've got to repeat what we just did on the other side and remove the screws first. And then we've got a few more electrical connectors to remove this side. So we've got a parking sensor, the external temperature sensor as well, another wiring harness, which I believe is for the parking sensors also. We're now going to remove the parking sensors and the other wiring harnesses also. So that's the parking sensor one done, which is the same as the other side. This one's the external temperature sensor. All we do for that is we put a bit of pressure on the end of the clip and slide it off, and that's that one out. And then this other one, which is slightly tucked up in here, can't really see. It's a bit tight for space in here for me and Travis. There's a little white clip, the same as last time on the parking sensor. You pop that towards yourself, wait for the click, and then you give it a squeeze and give it a pull, and out it comes. Do not forget to plug these back in when you're refitting later on, because you will have a warning light on your dash and you will not have parking sensors. Right, so that's all the fixings that hold the front bumper actually removed now. So all we do now is we have to give the bumper a pull from the top, get it loose, slide it back in these little slide clips along the top here. And then if we go to the bottom and work our way around from one side, just give the bumper a tug, like so, and that's bumper removed. So now we've got the front bumper off, we need to remove the front plate holder, which is fixed on with 4 T20 screws. So I've got my drill, I've got my T20 bit in my drill, just going to remove that now. So now we've got the front plate holder removed, we can go to the other side of the bumper and we can remove the grille from the inside and pull it out backwards and then refit the carbon one. So we'll show you how to do that now. So to start with, what we need to do is we need to unplug the parking sensors that are fixed into the grille. Same process as before in the arches, just pop that tab out, give it a tug. Same again over here. Then we need to remove the cable which is on these push clips, just by giving them a tug simply. Right, so now we've removed the wiring harness for the parking sensors. We need to pop the front grille out, which is on all these plastic little tabs around the outside of the grille. So to get those off, what we do is we slide the screwdriver in behind the tab, we line it up with the tab, and we just give the screwdriver a little twist and a flex to pop the tab away from the part of the bumper, and just repeat that process on all of the tabs first. These are a bit fiddly to do, and you do feel like you're going to break them, but the plastic snapping sound becomes natural after 5 minutes. Right, so now we've prized the tabs on the grille away from the tabs on the bumper. All we do is we flex the tab on the grille, on the bumper away from the grille. So that is the G81 front grille removed. Now we'll get the carbon one, get the parking sensors fitted, and get the carbon one fitted to the bumper. So now we just need to remove the parking sensors from the old grille. All you do is put one hand underneath, give the tabs a little flex, and pop it through with the other finger. And then the same again on this one. Get your parking sensor, line it up so that the plug is on the inside of the grille. Give it a little push. And just check that the rubber seal around the front edge of the parking sensor is sealed around the grille as well. So this is the new carbon fibre front grille that CT have supplied us with the parking sensors fitted to it already, which I just showed you how to do. So that is the grille fitted. It's just as simple as a push fit part. You just push it in and then you just make sure that the tabs lock onto the grille from behind the bumper. Right, so now we need to fit the front splitter. So to do that, we've got to remove the backing part of the front bumper to get some access to some screws, and then turn the bumper over, pull some plastic clips out of the bottom of it, remove the 2 corner trims, and then replace those with the front splitter. Now we go ahead and flip the front bumper over. So as you can see on this side, I've removed the plastic clips and then I've tilted this bit round. I've just got to remove the screw from the other side of the bumper, which I'll do that in a second. But while I've got the bumper tipped over, I'm just going to remove these clips this side.
always sounds like you're breaking something, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, plastic clips always sound like you're breaking it. So now what we need to do is we just need to flex this bit away from the bumper, like so that we've got access in here to this screw, which we will now remove. If we use the flex bit on the drill again, just to make life a bit easier, we can just, and then this bit around this side will just come straight out like that. You do need to reuse this plastic clip when we fit the front splitter, so we'll take that off now and then repeat the same process on this side. Just pop these plastic clips off. So now we've got the front splitter ready to go on, we need to remove the sticky part of the double-sided tape, and then we'll go ahead and refit all the screws from underneath. Typical. So now we've got the bumper slid onto the splitter. What we do now is we go back around the other side of it, slide these plastic clips on that we'll be reusing from the original parts. So they slide onto the carbon splitter underneath there, and then all we do is we get our screw from before as well, pop that in there like that, then we get the drill, flick it into forward mode, pop it on there, do it up until you get a couple of clicks, and then what we can do also whilst we're this side is pop the back in for the bumper back on the bumper, and then we can pop these screws back in as well, and like so. That's one side back together. Now we'll come over to the other side and repeat the process, get this side back together as well. So now what we need to do, we need to flip the bumper back over so we can get to the underside of the splitter and pop the plastic clips back in that will attach the splitter to the bumper as well. They will just help hold it in place. And they just pop back into the original holes that were there before. And as you can see, that gives it quite a good fix into the bumper already. Right, so that is the front grille and the front CT carbon splitter fitted to the bumper. Now all we've got to do is go ahead and put the bumper back on the car and get everything all bolted back in place, and then it's job done for the front end. So this is the plastic clip that attaches the bumper to the wing. So what we need to do is we need to pull the bumper slightly away from the car, tuck that in the holes in the top part of the top corner of the bumper, and it's got plastic tabs on it so you'll feel it when it clicks into place, and then you just need to line it up in the correct spot and squeeze it tight together so that the wing fits the bumper, and just check that your gaps are all correct. Right, so we've got the bumper clip and all screwed in back together up here. Now all we've got to do is plug these sensors back in so that everything all still works. So this one plugs in there, like so. Make sure you push the little grey tabs in. This one plugs into the parking sensor just here, and this one is the external temperature sensor, which pops on there like so. Now all we need to do this side is refit the arch liner, which we'll do now, and then that will be this side complete and the wheel will be ready to go back on shortly. Right, so now we've got both arch liners back in. We've just got the screws from underneath to refit, and the screws along the top edge of the bumper, and then refit the plastic trim, and then it's job done. I've got the screws here for underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done now. So now we're going to refit the bolts along the top. So what we do here is to make sure that the panel gap between the top edge of the bumper and the bonnet is virtually as it was OEM. We'll guess that the screw, we'll roughly try and get the screw to sit where it was before. As you can see, there's a dirty watermark, so we'll just go from that. Work our way along the bumper. The bonnet panel gap to the bumper should be good. We'll get the plastic trim on, and then we'll shut the bonnet to make sure everything's all okay. Right, so the wheels are now back on. Everything's all back together from the front end wise. The splitter's fitted, the grille's fitted. We're now going to move on to the side skirts, and we'll show you how to do those along the way. Right, so we're now onto the side skirts. We're going to get the OEM ones removed and get the carbon ones fitted, and then we'll get the extensions on underneath that. So the tools I've got is I've got a very small Allen key, and I've got my trim tool as well. And what we have to do first is we have to pop the center of these push clips through. Right, so this is the clip that holds in the side skirt. So what we do is we get our small Allen key in the center of it, and we pop the center of that through like that, which it pops this bit out, and then this is sat flush in the side skirt, so we just get our trim tool, wedge behind it, and pop it out. So that is all the plastic pop rivets from the underside of the side skirt removed. Now we're going to remove the side skirt and replace it with a carbon one. We always start at the back. Get your fingers behind the side skirt. Just give it a pull. As you can hear it popping off all the way along. So now we're going to fit the carbon side skirt. So what we do is start at the front, we slide it in the gap where it sits, we then pull it towards the back of the vehicle, make sure that it's seating correctly in the gap as we go along. Right, so to hold the side skirt extension on, we've got some 45mm tech bolts here. What we're going to do is we're going to stick this to the underside, line it up correctly when we stick it on. So that is how we fit the CT carbon side skirts. As you can see, the first part that we fitted replaces the OEM side skirt, and then the second part is the extension, which really does finish it off, give it that bit more aggression. So we'll now head round and we'll do the diffuser next, and then we'll do the other side skirt last. But the other side skirt is just repeating basically what we've just done, so it's very straightforward to fit. But we'll get onto the diffuser next and get that done. So we're now going to fit the carbon fibre rear diffuser. So we need to remove the original corners first. So we'll take this bit off first, and then we'll work our way around and take the other corner off last. So to get these off, there's some plastic push fit clips like on the front bumper earlier. Now to remove the rear corner, get your hand behind near the wheel arch, just give it a little pull. And off it comes. Now, because this car is already the performance pack, it already does have the centre part carbon, but going to replace this with a full carbon piece so that this bit is no longer gloss black, it will be carbon fibre. So we'll get this off now and we'll get it replaced. I punched myself in the shin. So we're going to fit the main part of the diffuser first, and then once we've done this bit, we'll then get onto the corners after that. So to get this on, very simple. CT have designed this very much like OEM. So what you do is line it up with where it needs to be, give it a push. Once you've got it so it fits relatively well, you get your original clips and you pop them in the pre-drilled holes in the diffuser. Take the clip apart so you've got it in 2 bits. Pop this bit in the diffuser first, like so, then get the centre part, slide that in, force it home. So now all we've got left to do is to fit the toe and eye cover to finish the centre part of the diffuser. But what we'll do first is we'll get the corners on and then we'll get to that last. So we'll get the right hand side corner first. So similar to the centre part of the diffuser, designed very much like OEM. Fits on the OEM clips, so you just have to give this bit a push in. Don't be afraid of breaking it. Carbon fibre is very strong. It will withstand using the palm of your hand and forcing it quite hard.
Not quite pushing it, is it, Joe?
No, I mean, I say push it in, but it is quite, you do have to really force these corners to get them on. But then once you've got it in like so, get your plastic clips. Make sure you get it in the correct hole and then force the centre bit home. Same again. There's 4 of these for each corner, 2 in the centre part, which I've shown you already, and then 4 on the other corner also. Right, so that is the full CT carbon kit now fitted to the G81 M3 Touring. So we've done front grille and front splitter, then we've done the side skirts, the OEM original replacements, and then the extensions, and then we've fitted the rear diffuser as well, and the rear corners. And that is the full kit now done. Car is ready to go, ready for one of you guys to win it. Let us know what you think.
So this week's discount code is Violet20 for 20% off your whole order. You can use it on any competition that is currently now live. It will only be valid until next week's video on Wednesday, the 30th of August. So be sure to use it whilst you still can and go check out what we have on our website.
Right, so we're out shooting the BMW M3 Touring for all of our social content, which you can see on our Facebook and our Instagram. Under the bonnet of the M3 Touring, we've got a 3-litre twin turbo engine pushing out a huge 500 brake horsepower. This example has also been finished off with a full CT carbon kit, so that includes the splitter, the side skirt, the extensions, the wing mirrors, the rear spoiler, the rear diffuser, and the rear carbon spats.
Bit of mouthful, that one. Spats.
Yeah, it's like spat slash diffuser. It's also been lowered as well, which gives it a better stance and some space as well, just to fill the arches out. These cars offer a huge diverse of options for the driver as well. You've got speed, you've got good handling, and you've got the comfort of a super estate car. Check out the speed.
So that is how you fit a full exterior carbon kit to the BMW M3 Touring. If you did find this video helpful and informative, then be sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more videos in the future. If you have any suggestions on any other cars or tutorials that you would like to see, leave them in the comment section down below. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.